Hey everybody, thank you for stopping by, checking out the new vlog that we're just now launching. And what you're going to see is you're going to see footage from about 2 weeks ago when I was up in the Chicago area going up there for a conference. It was, to say the least, not a very good time in the sense of the way things are supposed to go. As we know, sometimes in life things don't go the way that they're exactly supposed to. But hey, you know, we made the best of it. I had my camera with me, so I decided to go ahead and try a restaurant in a new area. And we went ahead and we cataloged some of that. We did some of the tasting. You know, it was Italian food, so you guys will see who we're talking about. And, you know, I hope you guys enjoy. There's going to be more to come. Again, when I was up there, all I had was my camera. I had no lighting. So we pieced it together. So hope you guys enjoy. We're going to be doing a lot of this in the St. Louis region. Going to restaurants, finding stuff, eating things, talking about life together, and hopefully you guys can start following us and checking things out. So remember, hit subscribe, follow, hit the notifications so you can catch up on everything with Eats on the Streets. All right, everybody, hope you enjoy. I'm in Rochelle, Illinois, all by accident. I was supposed to be in another couple towns over for this conference. And I got invited to this conference to run this specific meeting that we're going to have about RCOs. RCOs is just Recovery Community Organization. So I run a nonprofit outside of this vlog, and another organization similar to us is putting together this Recovery Con, or Recover Con. So they invited us up, booked a hotel. It was just a nightmare from the beginning. So pick up my daughters on Friday morning. This is after calling the hotel on Thursday to confirm that the hotel has been booked. They said, yeah, everything's fine. They moved it from a king bed to a 2-queen bed. So my girls can have a bed and I can have a bed. Right? Friday comes, we get up here about 1, go in to the front desk, try to check in with them. They were nice, but they were kind of almost fearful, like they weren't sure what to do. Come to find out the room wasn't ready, and they're like, you know, come back at 3 and we'll have the room ready. We're like, okay, great. Well, we left, we went to this nice little mom and pop shop, sandwich shop and soup shop, and we ordered some really great food. It was called Authors in, I believe, Rock Falls, Illinois. It looks like they do their own dill pickles there, delicious. Probably the best dill pickle I've ever had. They had this sandwich that was just, I don't know how they put it together, but it was one of the best sandwiches I think I've ever had. Again, that's Authors in, or Arthur's in Rock Falls, Illinois. So we eat it, we come back, we have about 45 minutes till 3, so we all just sit in the parking lot of the hotel, and we fall asleep. 3 o'clock comes around, and I wake up, I go in the hotel, and there's 5 staff members sitting around, not sure what to do. They're like, well, after about 30 minutes, they told me that I can have a room with a king-size bed and a pull-out couch, and at this time, after driving about 5 hours, you know, being tired from that and just wanting to get my stuff unpacked, I said, you know what, just give me the king, or I would have had to wait till 5:30 till a double queen was available. We get in the room, it's dirty, and bed's not made, trash in trash can, towels in the tub. Just like at this point, I'm just kind of internally laughing, you know? So I get my stuff, I go downstairs, I tell them I can't have this room, it's dirty. And the lady at the desk was by herself, so there was no other staff. It looks like everybody else left for the evening. And she's like, I don't know what to do. I'm like, who's your supervisor? Who's the general manager for this hotel? She's like, well, they just left. That's who you were talking to. I'm like, well, who's their supervisor? She's like, well, I can give you corporate. I'm like, I don't want to talk to corporate. I was like, I want to talk to who your general manager reports to. She's like, well, I'll call her. She calls and she leaves. And she comes back and is still on the phone. She says it's just going to be a little bit. So I'm going to go back to the room. Just call me when something is available. She calls probably about 15-20 minutes later. Says we got you in another room. So we move in the room. Room reeks like cigarette smoke and the TV's not working. So I'm like, oh, damn it. All right. tell my daughters to grab their stuff. Let's go downstairs. And I'm like, I can't. The room stinks, and the TV just keeps turning off, and these weird lines kept showing up on the TV. So I was like, I'm not trying to be rude. I was like, but I can't stay there. Can you just check us out of the room? Please don't charge the organization that booked this hotel. And can I have my credit card back from the paper I filled out for any type of incidents? They're like, yeah, sure, here. Everything's squashed. So I try to find a hotel. I check Airbnbs. Everything's booked. So I need 2 consecutive nights. Well, finally call the organization, the executive director. He's like, well, just stay at the Holiday Inn. 5 minutes away. I was like, I can't. I was like, I'm going to go to Rochelle. And he ends up, sounds like he's a little aggravated, and we get off the phone. And I couldn't stay at the Holiday Inn. I would have preferred to do that, but they didn't have 2 consecutive nights, and I didn't want to check an hotel, check out, find another one, and so on and so forth. So I think that's pretty reasonable, right? So next, I find the Comfort Inn in Rochelle. They have 2 consecutive nights. We drive almost 40 minutes, get in the hotel, and get everything unloaded. And here we are. And I didn't even end up going to the conference last night, and I ended up bailing today. I was upset. I haven't been feeling well, and we've just been vegging out. And what better way to go ahead and start the vlog with, we got some pizza coming from a place called Vincent's, I think. Not Vincent's. Let me see real quick. I gotta look it up to make sure. So again, this is not my territory. I don't want to give them the wrong name. Vincent's Pizza. Vincent's Pizza. I went to I was trying to find, I did an internet search of food near me, and I found that this place delivers, and they're actually not too far down the road from where we're at. But I went on their website, and old school pizza pictures. Looks like a picture from the 80s of a guy cooking pizza. So I was like, you know what, this is the spot. We got a cheese pizza coming. We have a large pizza, half sausage, half pepperoni. We have spaghetti and meatballs with 1 extra meatball. We have cheese sticks, garlic bread with cheese, and we ordered 2 cannolis and a piece of cheesecake. Cannolis and cheesecake says on their website, homemade. So that's always cool. These mom and pop stores that we're going to be reviewing on this vlog, especially down back home, or any type of travel, because I got a lot of traveling coming up in November, February, for my side gig for another organization that I'm working with. So that's going to be really cool, and we're going to review it. We're going to go through it, what's good, what's not good, get a couple laughs from my daughters. One of them, I can tell you, probably won't want to be on. But again, this is the vlog, and let's check out what we got to eat. All right, so you guys heard Alfano's Pizzeria is who we went with. Vincent's, for whatever reason, it was at almost 2 hours went by. Tried to call, no answer, no answer, no answer. So I ordered online through, it looks like they're powered by toast.com. Couldn't get a hold of anybody. So I tried to find a pizzeria close, mom and pop, privately owned. So we found Alfano's, and their menu was very, very close to that of Vince's. So here we are. I have the pepperoni. I have a mozzarella cheese stick, which the cheese stick just looks like a standard one you can probably get from a food distributor. Doesn't look homemade. So, but the sauce they said the sauce was homemade. So we'll try, or the marinara. So we'll try that out. Sauce is good. Cheese stick is just a regular cheese stick that you really can get anywhere. So, but the pizza looks great. Homemade dough. I don't know if they use, if they fire it or if they use a traditional pizza oven. But pepperonis look good. So let's give this a try. Yeah. That's pretty good. It's got, I'm assuming the same sauce. And yeah, it's good. Pepperonis are good. I like them on the top. Some people like them under the cheese. They're crisp. So it's good. Again, this is Alfano's in Rochelle, Illinois. I think we're about an hour outside of the city limits of Chicago. We're about an hour and a half from the Navy Pier. Was going to try to get in there to go to Chicago, see the Navy Pier, hang out for a little bit, but that didn't happen. We've actually just been really lazy, hanging around the hotel and eating snacks and sleeping and watching TV and just doing stuff on our phones. So, pretty good. You know, I think everybody loves pizza. And again, traditionally a vlog, this isn't necessarily how we wanted to start, but I have my camera, I don't have any of my lighting, I don't have my mic. I figured, what the hell, let's go ahead and get things started. You know, to give you guys just a little bit of backstory of me who don't know. I run a nonprofit out of Madison County, Illinois. Let me stop chewing with my mouth open, that's pretty rude. But work with a nonprofit in Madison County, Illinois. It's called Amari. We work with individuals that struggle with substance use disorders, co-occurring, help them find treatment, help them develop recovery management plans, help them find resources that they need, help families with recovery support as well, because families, you know, if they've been impacted by substance use, you know, they need support as well. We do a lot of education and awareness. We just got done with a really big event called Rockin' for Recovery. We had over 300 in attendance, live music, testimony of those who have recovered, organizations, vendors, bounce house, face painting for the kids. So it was a lot of fun. And that's one of our biggest events of the year. So that's what we do there. I do a lot of side projects. I write for some local publications. I do 2 columns, Beyond Parody and Restoring the Soul. And I also host a podcast out of a local radio station and do a live show. So I'm all over the place, and I'm doing a side gig with service management, or what some people call ITS, what we'll call ITSM, Information Technology Service Management, or ITIL, as well as some of the language. Now, I'm fairly new to that industry, but I'm learning a lot, and I'm helping a dear friend of mine and his business partner develop their sales department. So that's one reason I'm going to be traveling to a lot of places here in the next few months, and we'll be doing some training stuff with the nonprofit. So again, Alfano's, we're going to go ahead and we're going to try the other stuff as well. We got spaghetti with an extra meatball. They say they make the meatballs in-house, so that's good. We're going to check that out. Just give me a second. Alright, I'm back with the spaghetti. Again, pardon the using plasticware. We got this suite in the hotel, and we were hoping, it's big, it's got the full, you know, range, it's got the stove, it's got the microwave, but no utensils, no cooking stuff, so we had to go to the grocery store and just buy a bunch of stuff we can microwave. And then tonight we agreed to do, so this is it right there. Pretty good stuff. There's the 2 meatballs. Looks pretty good. See, you know, a lot of people don't know, when you cook noodles, you really want to cook them al dente, not to where they're mushy. Some people like them mushy. Probably the people that's been eating mushy noodles a good portion of their life, and not realizing that you're supposed to cook it al dente. Now, I didn't figure that out until I was an adult about al dente. I'm like, what the hell is al dente? And it actually, a lot of the noodle boxes will put it on there. Al dente is where it's a little bit crispy still in the center. You can, like, if you're like a spaghetti noodle, you take it and you break it in half when it's almost done cooking. You can see just that little bitty tad of white. So the sauce is actually really good. So we're gonna see how the noodles fare up in this meatball, and then we'll kind of move on to dessert. Again, this is Alfano's Pizzeria in Rochelle, Illinois. Again, we're about, I don't know, outside, an hour outside Chicago city limits. Yeah. So that's good. Let's see if I can cut this meatball without dropping the plate. Just kind of cut it in half. Let's try it. I don't mean to seem barbaric or primal when I do this, but it's pretty good sauce, pretty good noodles. They cook pretty good. Yeah. Good stuff. But That's the spaghetti and meatballs. Great sauce. Noodles cooked perfect. Meatballs not too bad. I like it a little bit crispier on the outside, seared a little bit more, but still good. Let's move on to dessert. Alright, I'm back with the tiramisu, cheesecake, pretty good stuff. It's in this to-go container, so we're gonna give that a try. I'm gonna get a new fork for this without the pizza sauce and stuff on it. Try it out. This homemade, looks good. Looks like anything better than anything like store-bought, like in the, you know, you can get some cheesecakes in the frozen aisle. You know, we're domesticated, so we can go get our stuff. But good home cooked stuff, it really is better. You know. Got a little bit of whipped cream on the side, you can dunk it in. See a little bit of the consistency there, let the camera focus. There we go. It's good, got a great taste. It's light and fluffy on the top. It's kind of got the cake in the middle, and the chocolate is good. Well, the chocolate, I don't know if they make the syrup there themselves. Kind of has a Hershey flavor syrup taste. I don't know if I particularly like that, but you know, the other contents, the cake part, is good. Tastes really good. Tiramisu, I'm not big on sweets. Even though it's weird, I'll go through like binges where I want like sweet. Then I'm like, I swear it off for a few months. But the tiramisu, not too bad. Again, fluffy. Good texture. So that's it. Tiramisu. Alright, so bonus dessert. We have cannolis. I'm not that familiar with the consistency of cannolis. I know it is a pastry. It looks like there's some, I don't know if these are pistachios or what, but some nuts on the end. Take a bite. My daughters want this one, so I'm just going to take one bite, see how it is. Pretty good. The nuts remind me of getting ice cream and getting the crunch sprinkle. You know, I used to go to a little mom and pop ice cream shop in Illinois, Roxana, Illinois, and always get the twist cone, medium twist cone with crunch sprinkle. Always, still to this day, it's still there, it's new ownership. Still get the same thing, but again, like I said, I'm not big on sweets very much, so you know, pretty good stuff. So we're gonna come in here. So what do you think of Alfano's?
I like it. Allie says it's mid, but I like it.
It's what?
It's mid.
Mid?
It's terrible.
Kind of like.
No, it's not.
You're just used to.
It tastes like Joe's Pizza. I don't like it. I've never.
You are just used to Jack's Pizza in the oven, which is gross in standards of pizza.
They have cheap taste.
Yeah, but this stuff is good. Alfano's.
It's coffee, cake. I don't know.
It's good.
What it is. I used to make it.